Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's day 30. Day 30, 30, 30. Yep. So, yes, we are on day 30 of our 40 days of sacred clearing for women over 40, making space for all things new. Hello, my love. My name is Allison Rozelle, also known as Coach Roz. Yes, indeedy. And I am here today because excuse me, I have something to talk about when it comes to sacred clearing. So, first and foremost, I have to say this. The inspiration for this particular post came actually from two places, and it came from two places, but it all came from one place, if you know what I'm saying. So, when we as we've been talking on this 40-day journey, I let you know that I have rituals whether they be morning rituals or an evening ritual of things that I do to help me either to start my day or end my day. But I always want to start my day and end my day with spirit, with God. So as I've told many a times that I have a daily devotional that I read, and it's by Iyanla Vanzant. It's called Until Today. That is a book that I highly recommend for anyone to read because it gives you, I don't know, those messages are just right on time. They're right on time and they give you what you need for the day. So I'm very grateful to have gotten that book. So I read it every day. And another thing that I tend to do in the morning is I'll pull an affirmation card. Now, I don't pull every morning because I don't always feel led to do it, but today was just different. I really just felt the need to do this. So, this message is going to be a little longer than the others, but not too much longer because all I want to do is just stress some things because this is something that is very near and dear to me because I've been there. And in a lot of ways I'm still there, you know. But the title of this particular day, it won't work unless you do. So, I want to talk about that. Let's start with what I read today. So, she always starts with at the beginning, like for this month, the word is service. So everything starts off with, the greatest service I can offer. And so it's the greatest service I can offer is to always be observant. And so at the last part, she actually gives you what your focus is supposed to be today. So today I am devoted to observing and examining the monuments that are standing in my life. That hit me hard. Because I don't know about you, but I do. I have some monuments in my life. And I've had some monuments in my life that I've had to tear down because they weren't serving me anymore. And basically, what this is talking about are the beliefs that we've built our lives upon. So, some of the words that she uses in this is the monuments that you've built of unworthiness. Yeah. Unlovable, unimportant, insignificant. And then I started thinking of those words and I thought invisible, irrelevant, um, just uninspired, burned out, not passionate, and so many others. And these are the realities that we tend to create for ourselves. And sometimes we're not exactly sure where it all started. But these are the narratives that we begin to tell ourselves, and it becomes our reality of what we're telling ourselves. So the great thing that she says is that we build it like a monument in our lives. And that was really key because I've had those monuments of unworthiness, feeling invisible, feeling unlovable, feeling, just like I just didn't deserve, or who am I to have this or to do this or whatever. And I've been there. I've built those monuments, but I've also torn them down. I've torn a lot of them down. Brick by brick, brick by brick. So in reading that, and if I think about it, I'll take a picture of the page and you can read it because it's some really powerful stuff. And I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's kind of long, but not that long. But the next thing I did was I pulled an affirmation card. Now, usually I'll pull from the One Manifesting affirmation deck, fertility deck. But this time my eye was caught by my African Goddess affirmation cards by Abiola Abrams. So I pulled this one. I didn't count. I didn't do anything. I just started shuffling and then I pulled. And this is the one that I pulled. It's the Goddess of Passion. And the affirmation is, I own my magnificence. This actually has wording on it where, you answer the questions on there. But the one question I want to focus on, if you were to truly show your passion for life, what would that look like? So then that made me go back to the monuments. And that made me go back to the feelings of being unworthy, unlovable, invisible, irrelevant, all those negative words that we build in our lives, right? So if you truly were to show passion for your life, instead of saying I'm not worthy of something, instead of saying I'm so unlovable, instead of replaying those over and over and over again, what would that look like? If you changed the narrative, if you changed everything, like when I go back to talking about what we talked before with journaling, if you were to journal every day, I am beautiful, I am passionate, I am successful, I am living my best life by the power of the Almighty Creator, I am, if you change that narrative, if you were to look at your life as the masterpiece that it is and could be more of, what would that look like? If you were to tear down those monuments that are so insignificant, because those monuments are just constant reminders to yourself. And sometimes those monuments come from things that people have said to you, whether they be well-meaning or otherwise. Somebody has said to you that, oh, you've gained some weight. So then you start building that monument of unattractive. I'm unattractive. I'm not sexy. I'm not this. I'm not that. So you've built this monument and you can't see around it. You can't get around it because it's there and you've built on it all this time. But if you took a sledgehammer, right, and you just knocked that thing over, what would that look like? So then that would give you the confidence to be passionate about your life, because confidence and passion can go hand in hand. If you listened to episode 1 of the Starting Over at 40 podcast, woo woo, you would hear my story of the reason why I wasn't as successful in my real estate career that I wanted to be is because I didn't have the confidence. I had the passion, but the passion did nothing because the confidence, the monuments that I had hindered my vision. I couldn't see because those big ass monuments were in my way. And I built those brick by brick, stone by stone. I shoveled all the concrete on that thing and I said, well, that's a big one. That's a beauty. There it is. But I did that. And I did it kind of like a Stonehenge kind of thing around myself. And that's what so many of us have. And we say, oh, I've built this wall that nobody can penetrate. No, you didn't build a wall. You've got monuments. You've got Monument 1, I'm not worthy. Monument 2, I'm unattractive. Monument 3, I'm such an idiot. Monument 4, I didn't finish school. Monument 5, and they're all circling around you. It's not a wall because there's light coming in different points, but you can't see the whole picture of your life because you got these monuments in your way that you built based on what other people have said, based on things that you've allowed your thinking to shift in that way because the world is saying that this is what beautiful looks like, this is what successful looks like, this is what you have to do in order to make it in this world, this is the color you have to be, this is the, and all these things, right? But if you owned your magnificence, if you took a sledgehammer and you knocked down every single one of those monuments, or even if you took a chisel, maybe right now you don't have the strength, or maybe not even the strength, but maybe you don't have even the confidence, right, to take a sledgehammer and hammer and know that when you swing it, that stuff is going to start to come down. Maybe it's a chisel. But whether you use a sledgehammer or a chisel, my lovely, guess what? It's going to take work. It's going to take work. You can't just take a sledgehammer and just boom, it's just going to fall down, because these are rock hard, sturdy monuments that have been there for years and years and years. It's not going to take just one whack. You're going to have to really put your back into it, baby. You're going to really have to put your back into it. You're going to have to really, with everything that's in you, knock it down. So the reason why I'm saying it's not going to work unless you work, because in this moment, there are women, maybe you, I know it's been me, where we have signed up for seminars, webinars, we've gone to meetups, we've got free ebooks, we've purchased courses, we have read all the Iyanla, the Lisa Nichols, the Oprah stuff on her book club. We've sat down and watched Soul Sunday. We've done all of that. And we're still in the same place. We're still in the same place. We got ebooks that we haven't even begun to crack open and look at. Right? We've got courses, whether they be free or paid. We haven't looked at it. We maybe have opened it once because we were excited for that moment. So we were like, yay, I got a new toy. You opened it and you saw all this work. And you were like, I'll do it tomorrow. No, you know what? It's the weekend. I'll start on Monday. Yeah. So then we get that procrastination. Procrastination is a big ass monument. In the midst of all of that, for me, procrastination was huge and still is. I'm still chiseling away at that thing. But you can have all this information. You can do all these things. But if you don't work, it won't work. It's as good as the paper is written on, the screen it was typed on, uh, any other way that you want to talk about it or describe it. It's only as good as that. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to go there. You have to look and say, okay, here I am. I am 40-ish. 40-ish. And here I am in my life. This is what I've accomplished. Yay. This is where I really want to go. If I really owned my magnificence, if I really, really tapped into that power, if I really, really tore down those monuments, if I got myself focused, if I got myself surrounded with people who are just like me, who have a common goal to cheer me on, to witness me, to hold space for me, and I do the same for them, if I truly did that, what would that look like? If I stopped procrastinating, if I stopped letting that ebook collect electronic dust on my hard drive, if I dared to step out and get the mentorship or coaching that I need, the guidance that I need. I know coaching sometimes scares people when you say that. The guidance, the help, the love, the support. If I reached out and I finally decided I was worthy and deserving of all good things, that I am lovable, that I am not invisible, that I'm very visible, with vision, with purpose, if I took that only for a moment and I did the work, how much more light would shine on you with that much of those monuments chiseled down or knocked down? It's time to come into the light. You've been in the dark. You've had like sparing parts of light coming at you for a while. And I know you're tired of that. Relax, breathe, and understand you are exactly where you need to be. But in being exactly where you need to be, you need to do exactly what you need to do, which is to finally and truly show up for you. Show up for you. Truly show your passion for your life. This is your life. You only get one. You only get one. So if you were to truly do that, what would that look like? So, with that being said, if you feel that you are ready to at least take that first step and say, you know what, I feel like it is so possible for me to finally grab my life by the horns, if you will, and live my life abundantly and live my life the way that I know I'm supposed to live it. If that is you, then I need you to click on the link that I am posting right now. And I need you to click on it and fill it out. Because in this, we're just going to take it one step at a time, my love. One step at a time. That's it. I want to sit and just have a conversation with you and see where you are and where we can get you. So that this time next year, you got a whole different reality. you got a whole new perspective. You got a whole new life. You've started over, and now you're at a point in a point in your life where things are so much better for you. That you're living your authentic life. That's where I want to help you get, because that is such a awesome place to be. It's an awesome place to be. That's where I am. I'm at a point at 43, I'm living my authentic life, and it feels so good to finally just be me and know that being me is enough. It's more than enough. Honey, I am more than enough, okay? And you are more than enough too. You are not too much. You are not too little. You are more than enough. And you are worthy. So again, if that's you, click on the link below, all right? And then get with me. We'll just have us a nice little talk for about 20 minutes. And we will talk about where you are and where you want to go and how I can help you get there. All right? So, thank you so much for joining me. Again, you can always tune in to me on soundcloud.com/Coach Roz and catch the Starting Over at 40 podcast. You can also, while you're there, if you missed any of the 40 days, don't sweat, my pet. They're all there. Yeah. So you can get caught up on that as well. Be sure to follow me on SoundCloud. Also, feel free to leave me feedback. Leave me some comments. Let me know, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? You know, tell me where you are in the starting over process, because we've all been there, you know, and I think it's better when we all share our stories, you know? So that's all I got. I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you being here. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.